All right, I got a little workbench done today. That is just a rack on the curb. It's one of these racks with that front part removed and then the back part extended to give it height. So you can see the rack there is free on the curb, and the wood was free too. This is all scrap wood, and everything on that was free. But I put a little backboard on it. I put that on it, and then I put 4x4 posts on it. And then I blocked it in with wood, and I got caster wheels on it. Everything was free, so that's cool. I'm going to mount a little 3.5-inch vise over here, just a small one for small stuff. And then the bench grinder, which is plugged in and working, is going to get moved over there. If I need to use it now, I can just scoot it up, but I got to get it over out of the way. The saw I used a lot. That was free on the curb, so was the stand. I just bolted it to it. It works great. I used it about 30 times today. That rack was free. I found that on the curb. Someone was throwing that out along with this shelving unit. So they had backed all the screws out, so I just I put it up there, zipped the screws in, and I kept my chemicals up there. But these are my most frequently used tools. So if I need a flashlight, I got a couple screwdrivers of different sizes, a wrench, so just something to grab something on, something marking. I got a couple clamps there. Scissors, that was a free hook I found, another free hook I found, free light, everything is free. Do you see a theme here? Pencils, marker here to draw lines, and then on this side down here I have T-squares, and if I need a bigger mark, I've got a long straight edge that I can use there. Man, I need to wash that, use that a little bit. But yeah, it works out pretty good. My knees are the perfect height there, and once I get it done, I'll be able to do. I did a lot of work on it. I used it as a workbench today, even with that thing on it. So there's plenty of room. I built something on that today. Yeah, and then I brought out a light. I'd like to have a 3-foot shop light. It'll fit perfect under the lid of that. A 3-foot shop light there. And then a 3-foot shop light over there. This is just for nuts and bolts. It's nuts and bolts and electrical. And then I keep my lift, and those are knee pads there. Very important. And then that's my welding cart that I still need to put together and work on, but it's got everything there. The brushes, the gloves, the helmets are hanging up back over there. But I need to put that together. I got the magnets on that. And then I put the air compressor there, and it's all plugged in. You can see it's working. So I'm getting set up. So right now what I'm doing is going through sockets. I'm trying to get the whole rack of deep wall and shallow wall. And I had a lot more sockets. This is just my standard. And these are all doubles or triples or quadruples of stuff that's over here. So that makes it a lot easier. So I want to get those little racks that you set them in to keep that. So I'm going through my socket drawer today. This is my socket drawer. You really can't see that there. That's all my metric stuff. My standard stuff's there. And then I got star bits because I have a Jeep. That's the main thing you use on a Jeep is star bits. And a bunch of extensions, cheap ratchets. It's nothing special. And then down here, I got the good old Mr. Pry Bar and a high jack lift, and that makes a 5 foot or about 5.5 foot of force to get anything off. And then this is just one of those. I don't know. I wasn't really doing a toolbox review, but this is a torque wrench here. You can put it on just a socket like this, and then you can use it to get a torque. So that's the only torque wrench I have. It's a digital one. It goes up to, 200 foot-pounds or something like that, 20, I don't know what it is. Harbor Freight special. All my tools that I buy are Harbor Freights. I guess I don't really want to go through my drawers. This is just really handy. Is when they give you stuff like that to assemble. I use this a ton more than you think. That's my most used tool in there. in this drawer. My least used tool be that big wrench. The only thing I use that for is the gas main if the house was on fire or the gas lines were on fire, but I never really use that. Snap ring pliers, I rarely use those. Yeah, I wouldn't. All right, I'm done going through all my stuff here. But the point of the video was supposed to be I made a little free workbench. So that's my thing. That's my video. I'm getting her all set up in here, and it'll make working on the projects like the Jeep a lot easier.